Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, lovies, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nai, and today we are going to be reading chapters 7 through 12 of Enchanted Secrets. This is the first book in my series, and honestly, I'm really trying to decide if I'm going to write a third one, but we shall see. So, where we last left off, they are planning the ball, and they chose Isara's idea. They also found out that Isara is King Florian's daughter through the game of Charms and Swords. So we are picking up from there. We are on chapter 7. It is called Questionable Choices, and we are going to pick up from there. So let's get started. So this chapter is in the perspective of Thorn. It is so hard being me. Honestly, I don't know what to think about Isara disappearing with the prince. So when Soren asked me, it caught me off guard. I do think it's weird that she asked me about it. As I walked to the office for my meeting with Queen Seraphina, I continued to ponder on the planning meeting. I rapped my knuckles on the door. Come in. Good morning, Your Majesty. Good morning. This meeting shall be quick, as I just want an update on if you found anything about the broken oath. I think long and hard about the Charms and Swords game, where we found out that Isara is King Florian's daughter, but can't share until we know for sure. I have not. I have shared with Felix that we are looking for some information on the kingdom's royals, but he hasn't shared anything of value. That is displeasing. I hope we can find out the meaning of this. Isara got the majority of the birth certificates that she needed, so I'm hopeful we will find out soon enough. Yes, ma'am. Next week, same time? Of course. I leave feeling guilty that I didn't share the information. But what if the information is false and I blow up everyone's lives for no reason? I do not want that on my conscience. As I walk back to the Tri-Kingdom Point, I see Isara. She is walking toward Libertopia. Hey, I call out as I see her. She waves. Hey, what's up? I just had my meeting with the queen about the oath. I haven't heard anything. Have you? No, a lot of dead ends. I've been working through the birth records, but nothing has turned up yet. Well, I wish you luck, I say as we pause to stare at each other for a moment. I better get going if I'm going to get through the birth records. Wait! I shout a little too loud as she hasn't walked away yet. If you're not busy tonight, you should come to game night. Felix, Nissa, Soren, and I play Charms and Swords and make food. I would love to. Great! See you later. Soren is hosting. I walk away questioning what I have just done. You did what? Soren yells at me. I invited Isara to come tonight. Why would you do that? We all know her secret, and you know Nissa struggles to not gossip. Hey, I don't struggle. I just simply choose to share, Nissa says with a smirk. We all give her a look, knowing that she is a terrible liar and a big gossip. Nonetheless, it just slipped out. And it's a nice gesture, no? I say, looking at my 3 best friends, pleading for them to give me a break. It was, but it is a slippery slope with this game, and I'm unsure of what is going to be revealed. As she finishes her sentence, the doorbell rings. We all look at each other, knowing that this night just got a lot more interesting. Chapter 8, Charms and Swords. I walk toward the door. This is from Soren's perspective, sorry. I walk toward the door, taking deep breaths as I anticipate the guests we will be having. Hi, Sarah. We are so excited to have you, I greet her. Hi, thank you for the invitation. She walks in and everyone greets her. Tonight we are having chicken and waffles with cotton candy shimmer juice. As we all sit and eat, we chat about the ball planning. I look at Isara, who is wearing a pink off-the-shoulder sweater, 2 French braids with book ribbon intertwined, light blue jeans, and pink dunks. She looks super pretty. I can see why Thorn has a crush on her. I'm sat out of my train of thought when I hear my name. Soren, don't you think that cotton candy is the best flavor of shimmer juice? Nissa says, as everyone stares in my direction. Absolutely not. Blue dolphin is the best flavor. That's what I said, Thorn shouts as he gives me a high five that makes me smile. I can tell Isara is watching the interactions between us. To be honest, we have grown up together and fallen into a normal banter and bicker that can be entrancing. Felix finally motions us to head to the living room to begin our game. The game that revealed our guest's biggest secret. Oh my gosh, Nissa shouts. We are never going to figure out what it is. I'm so exhausted from guessing. It's an object, but we've guessed almost everything. It's finally Isara's turn again, and she is really thinking before she asks her question. Is it a ball invitation? She says skeptically. The board whirls and spins and spits out glitter, revealing an invitation we haven't made yet. As we stare at the piece of purple papyrus paper with white paint splatters, gold accent stars, and words that glow off the page, we know for sure that this is what we are going to do. Thorin starts to say, I hate to say it, that looks really good. Felix nods in agreement. As I look around the room, I see that Isara is beaming that she got the question right. But all of us look like we're hiding something. At the end of the game, everyone leaves to their respective homes. Before Felix leaves, he lets me know that he hasn't found anything out, but that we need to tell Isara because eventually it will come out. I take a shower, head to my hammock chair to journal. Dear Diary, today was an odd day. Thorin invited Isara to our sacred game night. It is fine that he did that, but it was kind of weird. She is very gorgeous though. Her style is cute and cozy, but also you can tell she's dressing up. I did catch Thorin staring a few times. I wonder if she likes him back. I mean, she has to. Look at him. He's dreamy, and he works for the Tri-Kingdom Guard. I am nervous about the secret we all know. I fear he may spill it, and she will hate us all. But it means I can have Thorin to myself? I don't know. We will see her again soon enough to continue to plan the royal ball. Euphoria is going to be such a nice venue for what we have planned. Love, Sor. Chapter 9, My Confession. This is from Thorin. As we all left Soren's house, I offered to walk Isara home. She happily agreed. Her house is in Libertopia, which is the opposite direction of my house. But I thought it was a nice thing to do. We fell into a steady rhythm of steps and walked along the path. So what did you think of game night? It was really good. I liked the game. I've never played it before. It was very intense and fun. I did feel weird at first, but it went away. What do you mean? Well, you guys are such a tight-knit group, and I felt like I was intruding. It also felt like everyone was holding back a little bit. I know exactly why. Everyone enjoyed themselves, and for what it's worth, I really liked having you there. She turns her head to search my face. She wears a smile, blushes, and turns her head quickly. So what's with you and the prince? Nothing. He just has been very kind, and I've been trying to see if there's anything he could tell me about the birth records of Shimmerwood. He hasn't had anything to share, but he has been coming to visit. How do you feel about that? I ask, inquiring to keep the conversation going, but to also see if I have a chance. Well, it's nice to feel included. In my childhood, I was raised in Libertopia Shaper. My mom had died during childbirth, and I don't know my dad. My records have never been found either. But anyway, I didn't have many friends until Lorelei, so it is nice to start to build friendships. I didn't know you grew up in Libertopia Shaper. I mean, it's not something I like to talk about often. Understandable. We fall into silence for the remainder of the walk to her house. We say goodbye, and I give her a hug. As I am walking home, I consider what she said. How she grew up at Libertopia Shaper, how she didn't have many friends. But most of all, how she didn't specifically say she was interested in the prince. From that moment, I decided I was going to write her a confession letter about my crush. I fumble with the paper in my pocket on my way to the planning meeting, still trying to decide if I will give it to her. As I walk into Euphoria's conference room, I greet the room and take a seat by Soren, who immediately stops scribbling something in her notebook when I sit down. What you got there? Nothing, she says quickly and defensively, putting the book in her bag. What's up with you? I'm trying to decide if I should take a risk and do something. Well, what is the something? sharing my feelings for someone. She turns to me rapidly and searches my face with a look of anxiousness. I think you should do it. Good to know. The meeting begins, but I'm not paying attention. I'm still playing with the paper when we wrap up our meeting. I have the day off today, so I know that after I do this, I can go home. Better yet, run home. As we all get up, I walk over to Isara and hand her the piece of paper. What is this? A note. Read it when you have time. I walk away and instantly question what I have just done. Chapter 10, The Letter. Isara. I have thought long and hard about ways to say what I want to say. First, I want to say that I love our friendship and our conversations. Thank you for trusting me enough to share your past and work with me to solve this mystery. I'm glad that I can include you in game night and that you enjoyed yourself. You are gorgeous, hardworking, intelligent, kind, and disciplined. All qualities of an amazing person. I guess I'm saying all of this to say I like you. Like, really like you. If you don't, that's okay, but I thought you should know. Best regards, Thorn. Isara's perspective. I read the note Thorn slipped me at the ending before he, and I kid you not, ran out of euphoria. Honestly, I'm shocked. I am not sure how to digest this. During our conversation a few days ago, I thought it was weird that he asked about Prince Ashwin, but it all makes sense now. I ponder on the note and think about it. What this means, how it will be moving forward, and honestly, how to respond. I text Lorelai to come over because this is a lot. No way, Lorelai says after finishing reading the 2 letters. They both wrote you a letter confessing their feelings, and they both gave it to you on the same day? What, in the dictionary? I know. I didn't know what they were. I was hoping for something useful for the broken oath or an invite for dinner or something. But no, it had to be a confession of their like for me. So, how do you feel about this? I don't know. I feel like I like spending time with both of them. I don't think I have really thought about them both that way. I mean, Ashwin has been around more, and I guess I am kind of developing feelings. But also, Thorn is genuinely like a cool friend. And I could see some kind of connection developing between us if we spent more time together. So you can see yourself with either of them? I don't know. I mean, if I were you, I'd pick Thorn. He definitely is cute and is very hardworking and sweet. Honestly, and maybe this is because I am a princess, but he is definitely a character, and it is definitely a lot. Right. I just want you to make the right decision for you. I know. She hugs me and we watch a movie. I can't get it out of my head, though. I have to make a choice. Chapter 11. The final touches. A week later, Soren. Put the tables on this side. Hang the chandeliers here. No, put the Bo Peeps on the tables with the purple tablecloths and the night glistens on the ones with the black tablecloths. We have all been working so hard this past week to get everything set up for this ball. It is the night before, and we genuinely have outdone every other ball, in my opinion. It is going to be a grand night, and I hope all the kingdoms enjoy themselves, especially with the little touches from each that we added in. I know that Felix, Prince Ashwin, and Thorin have to be tired of us girls ordering them around. I sometimes hear them murmur under the breath how the council needs to stop putting men on the list, but realistically, this is the real reason why. We finish up the decor and set Euphoria's timer as well as effects to project. Tomorrow is the day of the ball. I still haven't decided on what I want to wear. Me, Nissa, and Vivi went to Charm Square and bought dresses, but I got 2 options because I couldn't decide. As I stare into the space, I picture myself in both. One that is a black gown and a headband with One that is a black gown with gold stars that flicker, a V neckline, and a headband with shooting stars and gold heels. The other, a purple dress with puffy sleeves, knee length, black heels, and silver jewelry. We finally wrap up, and I walk alongside Felix and Thorn. No word on the broken oath coming to light, and none of us has said a word. Thorn has been spending an awful lot of time with Isara. Felix told us last week that Vivi knew that the kings and queens were young, that there was a potential lover, but because of the differences in rank, they separated. But there is no record of a child to her knowledge. I guess that would make sense since Thorn told us she has never been able to access her records and she grew up at Libratopia Shaper. Are you guys excited for the ball tomorrow? I asked, trying to distract myself from the thoughts. I mean, yes and no. I can't wait to wear my new suit, but also I kind of hate the actual partying. I have always been able to guard the ball rather than participate. But because I am in the committee, I have to participate in the festivities. I'm excited, Felix says, shocking both Thorn and I, especially since he has been complaining for the past few months about this. Are you feeling okay? I asked, genuinely shocked. Yes, I get to see everyone at the ball, hang out with my friends, and potentially talk to someone special, he says, wiggling his eyebrows. Thorn and I share a look and burst out laughing. What? Don't ever do that again. Seriously, Thorn says, still trying to stop laughing. We part ways shortly after, and of course, I crash on the couch as soon as I get home, dreaming of the possibilities of the dance. Our last chapter for this video is chapter 12, Ready as I'll Ever Be. Now, mind you, this book is 17 chapters, and there's only just a little bit left, but we're gonna finish chapter 12, and you will have to wait till the next video for 13 through 17. Last chapter, Isara. It has been a long week since the letter situation. I've gone on dates with both of them. Tuesday with Thorn to the lake for a picnic. He made me laugh so hard shimmer juice came out of my nose. Thursday with Prince Ashwin to Charm Square to shop for the ball. He bought me my dress and surprised me with a nice dinner and flowers. We talked all night. Honestly, it is a hard decision, but I really need to make one. I've made multiple pros and cons lists, and really, the cons lists for both have been short to nothing. More so about their ranks, but realistically, does it even matter? Love is love. I don't know, but I'm at the castle getting ready with Lorelai for the ball. The staff did our makeup and hair as we laughed, sang, and chatted about the possibilities for the night. I got a carefully crafted curly messy bun with bangs in the front, soft makeup with constellation rhinestones on the apples of my cheeks to pair well with my constellation dress. I'm definitely going for a sky theme with a galaxy colored dress with white stars that are in the formation of constellations. I fell in love with this dress because it transforms into a shorter dress, and I know I will get hot throughout the night. Queen Seraphina calls for us, and we come to the carriage for our ride to Euphoria. I'm honestly surprised our dresses all fit. I guess it's the perk of going with the queen. We arrive in 10 minutes time, fashionably late, and are greeted with an entourage of people waiting to take our pictures. We get past, and Euphoria looks just as I imagined it. The tables with flowers from each kingdom, the star projections with names of guests and the kingdom's flags as constellations, a dance floor that glows with every step. It is gorgeous, and everyone is oohing and eyeing as they walk through. I spot the boys, and they both look amazing in their black suits. Adorable stars. The girls and I decided to make it easy on them and honestly repay them for all the stuff we asked them to do over the past week by getting their suits customized. The planning committee looks pleased, and as we pass each other, we hug and say hi. The night is going off without a hitch. The food is displayed on the far wall with a variety of shimmer juices, apps, and pastas. We chose something that a majority of people would love. We also have a variety of pastries stacked high in the main entrance under the chandelier. Compliments, laughter, chatter, and dancing are happening all around, and I feel content. Thorn is the first to ask me to dance. We danced to Evangeline from my favorite movie, La Princesse et la Grenouille. It was beautiful. We waltzed from beginning to end, and I really don't know how I feel. He is so in tune with who I am and what I love. As I walk to talk to Lorelai, Princess Ashwin steals me to a dance. Now, this song is a classic. We slide, bounce, and drop to International Love, and we laugh and smile the whole time. This is the fun I desire. When work is stressful, or when I'm stuck in my head and feeling inadequate, I genuinely look for someone who can make me laugh and have fun. I excuse myself to use the bathroom and check my makeup. As I enter the bathroom, I overhear Nissa, Felix, Thorn, and Soren talking in the conference room. I don't know what compels me to stop, but I go to the cracked door and listen. This is not the time to tell this. Why can't you just wait? Felix says firmly. Because I really like her, and it is so hard keeping this to myself. From the queen, from her, I don't want to do it anymore, Thorn says, exasperated. Felix and Nissa look at Soren, who looks slightly sad, but also like she is trying to keep it together. I decided to listen for a little longer. Even if you did share the secret, it's not guaranteed that you will live happily ever after. She could hate you for lying to her, and worst of all, you could be fired from the guard. You really have to think about the complications of this. We can drop the birth certificate off at the gate on Monday, and we will be fine. Let's just enjoy the night, Soren says as the voice of reason. They all murmur in agreement and move to leave. I hide in the shadow of another door entry, waiting as I watch. Thorn leaves the room minutes after the rest of them. I enter the room and find that they left something on the table. I open the sheet of paper and my heart drops. This is the best part of the book. Unfortunately, you will only get to chapter 12 this session. So if you would like to hear the rest of the book, chapters 13 through 17, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and come back in about a week, maybe. We'll see. To hear the rest of it. I'm so excited for you guys to hear the ending, and honestly, super excited to read the next book for you guys. As always, I can't wait to see you again. Love you. Mwah.